Hello children, welcome to E-class. Today we will see subject English Standard 9, lesson number 1, The Fun They Had. It was written by Isaac Asimov. He was an English fiction story writer. He wrote the story in the year 1951. In the story, he had imagined about a school, the school where there will be no classroom, no textbooks, no teachers. Before we go to the story, let us see the diagram of the future school. The schools of the future, there will be virtual classroom, there will be moving text, and the learning will be through the computers, and the teachers are robot teacher or mechanical teacher. The characteristics in the story are Margie and Tommy. When the story was written, Margie was 11 years old and Tommy was 13 years old. Margie was 11 years old and Tommy was 13 years old. The story starts with that Margie writes a diary and dated 17th May 2157. It means almost 1.5 century, and Margie wrote in her diary that Tommy found a real book. Real book here means a book printed on paper, and Tommy found that book in the attic. Attic here means a small under roof which is used as a storeroom. In the attic of his house, the book had yellow pages and there were lines in the pages. So Margie was astonished to hear about the real book because she had never seen the book in her life, because she was studying in a virtual classroom which was created in the computer, and she was familiar with the textbooks, not the textbooks but the e-books. Now let us look at the e-classroom how Margie had. Now you can see the virtual classroom of Margie. You can see it. You can see it in your textbook, page number 9. That the book was about the school. When Margie heard that the book was about the school, she was disappointed. And she was disappointed because she did not like the school. So what was the reason of her disliking the school? Because she had to study in a virtual classroom and there were robotic teacher or mechanical teacher. And the geographical sector of that robotic teacher was giving her test after test, and she was performing very poorly in those tests. So her mother was very much worried about her performances. So she called the counting inspector. Who was the counting inspector? The inspector was a person who had come to repair the geographic sector. So he took out the geographic sector and repaired the sector within an hour. When Margie knew that the geography sector had been repaired, she was disappointed again. The counting inspector told Margie's mother that it was not Margie's fault. it was the fault of the mechanical teacher because the geographical sector was geared too fast, and now he had adjusted that sector according to the mental level of Margie, and her performance was satisfactory. So, then the geography sector was rectified again. Margie had to study and she hated most about the mechanical teacher was that she hated the slot here. She had to put her homework and test papers. She hated that slot very much. So again she had to study, and it was her arithmetic class. The arithmetic teacher came on the screen and started teaching Margie, but Margie could not stop thinking about the old school and the children who used to study together, who used to have fun together, who used to go to special building called school, and they had lots of fun. Okay children, so far you have heard about the virtual classroom of Margie, where she was reading in her own virtual classroom, and she was reading with the moving text, and she was learning through the computers and robotic teacher. And the robotic teacher may not understand the students' mentality, and he may not stop for a while to give a break, or may not entertain the students as the regular teachers do. And now how special people you are, how special we are. We have special structurized building called school. We have structurized classroom. We all come together and study together, and we need to enjoy our learning and our class. Also, we need to use all the materials provided to us. Okay children, we have come to the end of the story and end of the first lesson, The Fun They Had by Isaac Asimov. And for your homework, in your textbook, page number 10, answer the following questions in a few words or a couple of sentences each. This first question fully, then question 2, question 3, question 4. And thinking about language, question number 2. Use these adverbs to fill in the blanks in the sentence below. Then turn the page. Make adverbs from these adjectives. Okay, till then you do. And submit your homework before the next class. Okay children, if you have any doubts, any queries, feel free to call me. Thank you.